Hello, and welcome to today's speaker card reading. Today's topic is what energy vibes do you give off to strangers and what do they think of you? For that, we have two piles, pile number one and pile number two. Now, let's get started. Hello, pile one. Today's topic is what energy vibes do you give off to strangers and what do they think about you? Let's see. Clearly you give off the vibes of somebody who is very wise, very balanced, very wise, you're way wise beyond your age, very practical in a lot of ways. Also, you are with the hermit card. First of all, you are a very reticent person. You're not probably extremely sociable, or maybe you're mostly not that social or gregarious, not a social butterfly. You like to keep to yourself most of the times, and you're either one of those people who tend to, either you work or you meditate and spend time in quiet contemplation, that kind of a person, or you are that person who would spend a lot of time with their own selves, maybe playing some kind of games, computer games, to it can be anything. I'm saying, like, you like to spend a lot of time with your own selves. The vibes that you give off is also of somebody who is pretty intelligent and observant. Yeah, you're also very wise. Like, wisdom is something that people literally catch from your energy right off the bat. You're somebody, sorry, who has really seen a lot of trouble, lot of ups and downs. It's the Fool 2 card. The Fool 1 is a risk taker, but you're like a borderline risk averse person. Before taking one single decision, you usually tend to think for a number of times before you jump. Usually you think for a lot of times before you jump, before you make one decision. That is one thing. The Fool 2 also shows that you are somebody who would actually, you do not take any decision, you do not say even anything before you have thought things through. So everything in your life is very well planned, like you're pre-arranged and pre-planned kind of a person. Also, the Judgment card typically is telling me that you are a very self-reliant person. You are not at all a codependent person. A lot of you probably are single and you're loving the single life. For a lot of you, maybe you've been through some toxic past, which makes you a little bit, maybe not very trusting of others for a lot of you. But you guys are fiercely self-dependent, fiercely independent, self-reliant, and you love it that way, and people really find it very attractive. And also borderline intimidating. I'm getting a lot of Scorpio vibes. I don't know why. Somehow a lot of Scorpio, Capricorn. I know what is right for me and I'm moving towards my target, that kind of a person. Ace of Swords. You are an individual who is a very real, practical, grounded, hardworking kind of a person. You are like very much about what you're supposed to be doing. You do your own thing, very practical, logical, analytical, reason driven kind of a person. Yeah, you're also very intuitive as well. So a lot of you could be like a Virgo, a Taurus, or a Capricorn, or a Scorpio. Very stable personalities in general. You have also very strong ethical boundaries. If you believe in something, literally, see, if you believe in something, you're willing to face the wolves. You know how to stand up for your own self and stand up for the principles and things that you believe in. You are somebody who would actually, you know what, you are somebody who is very stubborn, very courageous. That's the whole vibe, let me tell you. Strangers think that you're very stubborn, very you're very goal oriented, ambitious at one hand, at the same time very stubborn, very determined. If you put your mind to something, you're willing to die for it. If you believe in something, you're willing to die for it. You're extremely passionate about things that you do. At the same time, you're also very stable. Yeah, you are one of those people when everybody is jumpy, is running around, jumping around, because they just don't know what to do, where to go from here. You're one of those people, those fewer people who are very stable. They know what they want to do with their lives, they know where their life is headed towards. So that kind of a person, very stable, loyal, dependable, that kind of a person. The moon card, you know for a lot of you, Cancer moon, or a, sorry, excuse me. Okay, so this could be a confirmation for a lot of you. A Cancer moon or a strong Cancer sign could be significant. And I'm seeing, it's a collective reading, but you guys, for a lot, you could be very creatively blessed, like a good writer. I'm hearing a good dancer, good singer, or some kind of a musician, music instrument player, like anything. And you guys are very good at it. Like, people actually comment on how good you are in your extracurricular, in your creative side. Your creative side is very prominent, I'm seeing. Also, maybe a lot of you are very intuitively blessed, very much into maybe meditation, into crystals, into Reiki healing, into tarot, astrology, something which totally takes up your life, which takes up all of your time as well. The Emperor card. You are an individual who is very. The Emperor is typically the person who is extremely, wise. They have seen a lot of life. Even if you have like a like you are like in a mid 20s, late 20s, 30s, but still people older than you, 10, 15 years older than you, tend to come to you for suggestions because of the wisdom that you portray, because of how wise you are, how dependable you are, you and your life lessons that you impart. You could be a very good life coach of some sort as well. Eight of Swords. Yes, you are an individual who is very, very, like, you have been through this phase where you felt totally bound. You just didn't know what to do with your life. You were totally bound. You were totally, you had no control over your life. See how difficult her life is. You felt literally, uh, as if somebody had clamped every part of your body, and somebody was controlling. Maybe you have been into a very controlling situation earlier, maybe a controlling ex, very toxic ex, or a very controlling parental situation, or a sibling or something, maybe a controlling boss, something I'm seeing. And maybe a multiple of things, because the Tower moment, you guys have been through a lot. There was a time in your life where you felt that, okay, this is it, my life is up, everything is over and gone. I can no longer get anything, like get back on my own 2 feet from here. That kind of a feeling I have felt for a lot of you, like the Tower moment where you felt like, oh my goodness, I can't do anything from here, where do I go? You literally felt the rug being pulled from beneath your feet. That kind of a scenario. I'm seeing a lot of you have been through some narcissistic, toxic, abusive scenarios where, like, you are constantly blamed, you constantly felt threatened, constantly being punished for no fault of yours. A complete destruction of everything. Two of Swords. You are somebody who is, okay, I'm typically seeing you're somebody who faced like a double whammy situation. Maybe your boss and your ex both betrayed you at the same time. Maybe your family and your job, everything started going haywire all at the same time. Like, you feel betrayed from multiple sources, maybe two situations, or maybe in your ex's case there was a third party scenario. They were cheating on you and were also torturing you emotionally or otherwise. I'm seeing like a very abusive scenario where you felt totally backstabbed, betrayed, and you had nothing left, and you had to cut ties, emotional ties from everybody. Cutting ties with the toxic people actually helped you. Let me tell you that the life that you're living today, the life that you're blessed with today, is the life that you have earned for yourself. This is a life that you have earned after letting go of everything, because those people, they were your so-called own people, right? But they were only pulling you down. It could also be, no, you had a toxic ex, just saying, and you also have a lot of your own toxic thought process, like overthinking, not having enough self confidence to speak up, and all such stuff which kept you bound in your own place and position. Also, I'm feeling a lot of you, it almost walked as like a wake up call. It almost has enlightened you. You are today, you are like that emperor who is way wiser beyond your age, as I've said. It's because people feel that way, because you are almost like that enlightened one. Somebody who has been through so much of negativity at one point of life and have managed, you fall in the muck, but coming out of that muck and restarting your life is a skill. Very few people actually tend to have this, possess this. Let me tell you that. Because, it's a very difficult thing to do after you have, after once you start feeling that, what, my life is over, what will I do with this life, blah, blah, blah. You just don't know where to go from there. That kind of a scenario I'm seeing. And what I'm seeing is you guys are doing fantastic today. That's why you are like a role model. Your success story almost has become a survival guide for a lot of people. Six of Swords. Typically, you are that person who is like this tortoise. This tortoise who never gave up. People look up to you. People think of you as somebody who never gave up, who faced the impediments and pushed ahead and went ahead of that. You never gave up in the face of fiercest of the impediments. So people literally see you, think of you, given your energy and the vibes that you give up is that of a winner. Somebody who never gave up, a winner who never quit in their lives, and that's why they have reached wherever they have today. King of Swords. Yeah, you are a person who is a King of Swords energy. King of Swords is typically a person, you are a very intellectually gifted person. Most of you, either you're very smart or you're intellectually gifted. This is a person, they have a shadow side who is very cynical, maybe too competitive at times, maybe a little bit like not very trusting of others. This shadow aspects, I'm sure a lot of you must be facing. It's because the negative aspects, because you have seen so much of negativity in life. But by and large, this person has gone up in life is because of their own self determination and motivation to climb up. You had that motivation to climb up and do something totally out of the box, and that's why you are wherever you are today. Three of Pentacles is a person who is very, how shall I put it, you are literally the architect of your own destiny. You are literally the architect of your own life. You have literally carved out every bit of your life from your own, with your own hands. You have literally made a lot of difference. You have been able to create and make a lot of difference in your own life with your own hands. Literally, this person is having the hammer and tongue. Literally, you're using the hammer. You have used literally, you once, as they say, the gold becomes real when it goes through all the grilling. Life has grilled you. It has grilled you to make you the best version of yourself. You are vibrating at a way better version of yourself than where you were like 5-6 years back. And that is one thing that people around you, that's the vibe that people get, that this is a very high vibrational person, somebody who is raring to go and live the life, like, and somebody who will not give up so easily. You are like this magician. Yes, you are this magician. Yes, the architect and the alchemist of your own destiny. Literally, people around you feel and think that, you know, you are like some kind of a magician who has used all the four elements. Remember, the magician has all the four elements like air, water, fire, and earth, like the coin, the wand, the sword, and the cup energy. All four the magician tend to have, and you have used all the four elements of nature to go high up in life, to rise in your own life. Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, I'm seeing that you guys have seen a lot of ups and downs, but of late you have found a certain amount of stability, and you are an individual. The vibes that you give off is very high vibration because you live in an attitude of gratitude. I'm seeing you live in a situation where there is, like, you have a lot to, you are like, this attitude of gratitude is something that you give out a lot of to people. Like, you're grateful for everything that life has thrown at you today. You're grateful for each and every little thing that life has thrown at you today. That is what people feel about you, that this person is grateful for their own existence as well. You are also somebody, you know, I'm seeing that you guys are celebrating life. Life is giving you, after a lot of trials and tribulations, at last life is giving you a lot of opportunity to celebrate. And these lizard heads are typically talking heads. I'm seeing a lot of people are gossiping about you. You know, the vibes that you give off is, people around you notice that a lot of people also tend to gossip about you. When do we gossip about a person? When a person and their presence matter. Your presence matters so much to the society, I'm seeing. You are a very strong, impression creating, contributing member of the society. Eight of Pentacles, you are a workaholic. You tend to work like, from the moment you get up in the morning till the time you go to bed. I'm seeing you have a very streamlined way of working. Like, you don't really socialize a lot. Like, you have friends, but you have a very close knit of friends whom you tend to mingle with. Apart from that, you either mingle in your, like, some intuitive or some occult practices for a lot of you, or maybe your hobbies, your creative aspect. Maybe you are a good guitar player. For a lot of you, could be a good painter. Apart from that, you do your work, or maybe you could be pursuing some of your hobbies as your profession, so you do the same thing all day long and it doesn't feel like work. Also, Two of Cups, you are somebody, a lot of people around you, given your high vibrational energy, a lot of people have crushes on you. Typically, a person like you is very motivating, so I'm seeing a lot of people being totally attracted towards you. Queen of Pentacles is an individual who is very, you are very, I'm seeing that a person who is totally, you have seen a lot of struggle, but you have gone up the hierarchy as well, but not forgotten where you came from, where what you have been through in life. You haven't forgotten the treachery and the betrayal that people have put you through. Today where you stand is like, you feel like there has been a lot of treachery, lot of betrayals, but you have put them in your past, but you've forgiven them because you needed that forgiveness to move on, but you have not forgotten. So now I'm seeing that you are a much evolved, more wiser version. That's what people around you think, strangers around you think about you. Polar bear, stand up for yourself and speak your truth respectfully and compassionately with no attachment to outcome. This is exactly what strangers feel about you, that you very compassionately and truthfully and respectfully you speak your own mind, and you don't really care what others would think, say, or do, because you've been through so much more that you no longer care. Like, who cares if somebody is thinking ill of you? Let them think. How does it matter? It doesn't matter to you. You know what your true potential is, you know where you come from. Goose. Take time to rest and recuperate rather than continuing to strive. You know, a lot of people would probably, a lot of well meaning people around you, they feel that you are a complete workaholic. You tend to drown yourself in your pool of work. Instead, they probably, a lot of them would probably humbly suggest you to probably rest a little more, maybe rest and recuperate a little more. So that's probably one of the messages that is coming along for you, pile one. Cat. It's time to strike out on your own and relinquish your overdependency on others. Literally, strangers think and also feel that you are somebody who is extremely self reliant, fiercely independent, somebody who is also very reliable, somebody whom others tend to depend on. You depend on your own self, you do not depend on others, rather, others tend to come to you and depend on you a lot. Chimpanzee use both your intuition and your intellect to solve the problem or get answers to your questions. You are being seen by others as somebody who actually uses both their intelligence as well as their intuition to solve the problem that they have at hand. You are an individual who is very intellectually as well as intuitively blessed. Don't let your past hold you back. You know, literally, people understand that you have a heavy past, but you haven't let that hold you back. You haven't let that determine your path in life. How will your life turn out to be? It has not been determined by your past. Instead, you have really made your way in a very brave manner into the future, and you have recreated a niche, recurved a niche for yourself. You have had literally a new start at life. People literally admire you for all the courage and determination that you show. Communication, for a lot of you, you could be a very well spoken person, a good orator, having the gift of the gab. Maybe you guys speak a lot of languages, and whenever you speak, a lot of you could be like, you do not speak much, but whenever you speak, they are very impactful speeches, and people listen to you, people respect you even more whenever you speak, because your speeches are so deep, so worthy. That is something that I'm seeing. Have faith in your dreams. You are somebody who has a fierce amount of faith in their dreams, who has a fierce amount of faith excuse me, in their abilities. You believe in your own self, you believe in your own abilities. That is a major massive thing about you that like the strangers feel about you. Stage B, devoted and committed. You are somebody who is extremely determined, focused, devoted and committed towards others. You are somebody, you are like this sage, you are like this saint who is totally committed towards their purpose in life. For a lot of you, I'm seeing you could be a healer of some sort. You could be you could be very much into meditation, could be into crystals and reiki and even tarot and tantra, something of that sort. And also your work, and people feel that this is a person, they are 200% committed towards their work. Water guardian, connect with their emotions. You're somebody who is deeply connected with their own emotions. For you, it's all the mind, body, spirit, all being in one line, in one alignment. For you, that is a very important thing to have. And kudos to you, pile one. You guys have it in your life. Stargazer, set your sights higher. You are an individual who has got their heights, like literally your eyes are set at a higher target. You're always, first of all, people see you as somebody who is way ahead of your times. You're very progressive, and people also see you as somebody who is also very ambitious with highs. Like for you, only sky is the limit. And I'm seeing for a lot of you, you could be having a strong Aquarius. You could also be a strong stargazer as well. Trust in the higher forces. You are somebody who has a lot of faith in the higher power and the higher forces. You believe, you have a lot of faith in your higher power. You actually are one of those people who tend to literally lean into the higher power when times get difficult. Maybe for you, meditation, for somebody, maybe chanting, for somebody, maybe reading scriptures, somebody, it could be practicing astrology or tarot or something, crystals. For like everybody, it can be different, but you have a connect with the divine. That is what your like people around you, strangers, feel from your vibration. You are a very high vibrational person, and you know what, your presence is very healing for a lot of people. You have a very cathartic effect on a lot of people. You have a very intuitive mind as well. Your intuition, like people actually talk about how strong your intuitions are. If you maybe you have said something about certain events to some people, and they came to true later on, and they actually start to acknowledge how strongly intuitive and individual you are. Initiation, you are an individual who has been through a lot of darker alleys in life. To reach the light, you had to go through a lot of darker passages, a lot of darker spaces in life. You have been through a very dark situation, where I'm seeing that today for you, life, you have seen both the cases, and for you, life is like what you make out of it. It has made you a very strong person, strong willed and determined person, somebody who knows what they want out of their life and is willing to do everything to get what they feel they deserve. Don't deem to fit in. You are an individual who does not care about dimming their own light to fit in. You do not care about, what others would say, think, and do. There was a time probably you were too bothered about what others would say, think, and do, and stuff like that. Today you no longer care. Journey, daughters of a mother, walkers of the unknown, take with you on this journey all that you own. I'm seeing you as a, like, your strangers, also strangers around you, see you through your vibration as somebody who has literally created their own life from scratch, and is a very brave self-made person who has faced all the difficulties that life throws at them on their own, and have actually come out as a winner on the other side. Owl, behold sight, O ancient ones, for there is magic in the darkest of places if one dares to open their eyes. I'm seeing that you are one of those people who is like this owl, who is like this, who has been through a lot of dark spaces in life. They have learned and they have moved on from there on. That is something I'm seeing. Gray endings are inevitable. You are one of those people who have seen a lot of endings, a lot of painful endings have happened in your life, but with the passage of time, you've realized that things and relationships and stuff that gets toxic, that no longer serves you, they need to go. You need to learn to let the old and dilapidating things go in order to let the new, fresh energy inside of your life. Thorns, weave together the crown you deserve. Literally, this is what people feel about you, that you are the queen who has made her or their crowns out of the thorns that their life had thrown at them. You are like that queen. Literally, that's what people think about you. Raindrops, take a chance on them. A lot of those strangers would love to be your friend, and some of them, if you're single, some of them would love to be more than just friends. They would love, like, appreciate if you really took a chance on them. All right, now the guided messages. You are so sweet, cute, and adorable. Given your vibrations and energy, strangers feel you're very adorable. You have mesmerized me, of course. You have a mesmerizing presence. Life is as simple as you keep it, or as complicated as you make it, you are like that. It's your own life's mantra for sure. I just wish you realized how deep my feelings are. You know what? There is some silent admirer amongst the strangers who really would love to be more than just that. Work hard and your life will get easy. That is your mantra, and people really respect that. People understand it, like where you're coming from. When it gets tough, the tough gets going. People literally think that you're very, very tough. Strangers literally feel that you are one tough nut. All right, time for the charms, Pailwan. People feel that you are a manifestation magnet. Transformation has been a key, and for a lot of you, Scorpio could be significant, or a strong Scorpio or Saturn placement or a Pluto placement could be significant. Yeah, owl. For you, owl is a very wise person. People see you as a very wise person. You have some hidden admirers. People see you also as a mentor figure. You have a larger than life image, and people think your time for success, time to just become brighter, has arrived. All right, Pailwan, I hope you have had some clarity over your situation. If yes, please hit the like button, share and subscribe, guys. Your support would mean so much to me. Thank you. Namaste. Hello, Pi 2. Let's see, what energy vibes do you give off to strangers and what do they think about you? Clearly, the first right off the bat, you have a very flamboyant, dynamic, colorful, like a butterfly. You could be a very social person, very gregarious, lively, full of life, raring to go, very, very high vibrational kind of a vibe. Living life to the fullest kind of a person, very helpful to others, very gregarious. Social butterfly, colorful personality, dynamic, that kind of a person. Okay, Queen of Wands, you are an individual who is also very, very practical, very analytical, practical, and you a very left brained kind of a person who is very grounded, very determined. Also, you have been to wherever you have with your own sheer hard work, and you do not believe in misusing your power or contacts. Whatever you have been able to gather and form at this stage of your life, you try to use your power and contacts to help people. That is one of the major thing that people think and feel about you. Sorry, I'm moving the camera a little bit. Yeah. um, that is what people think and feel about you right off the bat from your vibes. People also feel that you have been a lone fighter in your life growing up. You had to fight a lot. You have seen a lot of ups and downs in life, and which has made you very strong as an individual. You are a very wise person. Maybe you can be very harsh and sarcastic, especially you see right through people's false facade, and people can't get away with manipulation and lying, and you can be a little bit harsh with those people, and people are a little bit scared of you for that. For a lot of people, there is a strong sense of boundary about you which people are really scared of. Two of Pentacles, you are very good at you know balancing different things, multitasking. Maybe you can party for the whole night, but at 7 o'clock, if you have a presentation, you will be equally good at it. When people get drunk and lose it, I'm just giving it as an example, maybe just having fun, you do not forget your balance. For a lot of you, it could be a good Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. A lot of air signs can be seen, very practical, very grounded. Then at the same time, they know how to celebrate life. You are a very good multitasker. For a lot of you, you could be very dynamic and multifaceted, talented kind of a person. For a lot of you, Two of Wands, you are an individual who believes in creating, you hold the destiny, the key to your destiny in your own hands, and you have really traveled from a different place. So either you had to cut emotional cords from people and habits of your past, habits of procrastination, maybe overthinking, some addiction, anything, or maybe some toxic situations which you have left behind in the past, and you have moved on in life. And how there was a time when I'm seeing you were very like low energy, low vibrational, low no, not confident enough kind of a person. From there to today, you are an individual whom people really respect, look up to, and people really want to associate with you. A lot of people, a lot of the strangers, they want to know you better because they are fascinated by you. You have a very charming, warm, dynamic, colorful, like you're good at a lot of things. A lot of you could be having multiple hobbies as well, very adventure seeking, maybe into adventure sports for a lot of you, maybe very much into hiking and biking and maybe bungee jumping, that kind of a thing. Six of Wands, you're very ambitious. People understand right off the bat this is a person who is extremely ambitious, very driven about their goals. You're very determined and driven about your goals. And like for you, things are not over till you win a situation. You're that ambitious. If you put your mind to it, you're gonna get it done and you're gonna win that challenge. You like literally see yourself as a winner in life, and people really are motivated seeing you. Like, we all face challenges, but very few of us can actually bounce right back and war this way, like with so much of energy. You're like, I'm seeing there's a lot of transformation. People from your past can no longer recognize you. I'm seeing another thing that people see in you is, yes, you could be dancing all night and working all day. That kind of a personality, very hard working. When it comes to your work, when it comes to your focus and priorities, you're absolutely focused. You know where your priorities are. You are very clear about where your priorities are, where your priorities lie, and you do not believe in messing with those at all. Like, you are one of those people who knows, like you are always like a lot of things. People regarding your energy, you are filled with a lot of energy. Your energy is infectious. To work, you're usually in the go 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 kind of a mode. You are just raring to start the day and carry on with it. That kind of a personality, very very charismatic, dynamic and all such stuff, but very forward thinking kind of a person. Yeah, you are not afraid to lock horns with anybody when it comes to your stuff. You are so ambitious about your career and future that you are not afraid. You're very competitive, not afraid to lock horns. A lot of Aries and Leo and Sagittarius, especially Aries with the rams, and a Capricorn, a sea goat. So much of hard work. A Capricorn can also be seen. Aries and Capricorn, sun, moon, rising, or a Saturn, or a strong Mars, that kind of a scenario. In a Capricorn, Mars get exalted and Saturn is in his own sign, so it can be that way as well. Yeah, you are always just raring to go. People around you just feel that you are one of those people who is in a go 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 kind of an energy. You get up and you start moving. You start like going after your goals. Like, you have such like great, for a lot of people, they're almost lofty goals. They can't even imagine a person can have such big dreams about their own selves. A person can have such great dreams, like they can't fathom that. That is what I'm seeing. Five of Swords is, you are a person, you are an individual. You know what, people around you also realize that there are a lot of people, especially in your career situation, since you are a very driven person, too driven, too ambitious at times for most people. A lot of people actually conspire behind your back, especially at the workplace, and people who have good intentions, they notice that. Seeing you, they understand people around you, that there are a lot of people who are actually jealous of them. They probably wear the masks of your friends and colleagues and whatnot, but they're actually jealous of all the progress, because this kind of a driven person will naturally make a lot of progress in their career, and that is a direct cause of a lot of injury to a lot of people's ego. Clearly, I'm seeing, yeah. There was a time, yes, seven of coins and five of pentacles. Seven of pentacles, sorry, six of pentacles and five of pentacles in reverse. You know what? There was a time when you have faced a lot of financial difficulties, I'm seeing. Like you were in such dire needs that you didn't have enough. Like this couple, they don't have a quilt each, so you didn't have enough money to get by. You probably had to take money, borrow money from others. Maybe other people have actually donated and helped you in different occasions, but you haven't let that or anything determine you. But you haven't forgotten where you came from. Today you are known for your altruistic donations. You are known for your altruistic work. A lot of you could be an active volunteer. A lot of you could be into like rights activism, at the same time donating a lot of what if you have. So people actually understand, actually you are a nice and giving, nurturing person. It's just that you can be equally, you're ambitious and driven, and a lot of people actually, I'm seeing, a lot of people tend to hold that against you. Your like fierce motivation and drive to get better tend to at times rub people in a wrong way. That has happened. A lot of you, like most of you, would agree with that. But people around you, strangers, also realize that you have a heart of gold. You have literally changed your world from here, see this black and white, to this color. You have changed not just your own world, how the world perceived you. That has changed. Once we change, people around you also change, because you are no longer the vibrational match of somebody who is always down in the dumps, who is always trying to pull you down. You will set boundaries. Hence, the people you mingle with, closer people and whatever, when you start rising, your colleagues will also change. People you rub shoulders with, like today, what I'm saying is the world has started to see you, perceive you in a different manner, because you have changed. And people understand, like there is a shift in perception, and people also feel, maybe it's not relatable for everybody, but strangers at times, those who don't know you, and if you are in the correct age bracket, they probably, a lot of you might be like people might think that you have a flirtatious energy about you, because you are so good that you tend to naturally attract a lot of attention. You are so good, so bright. You are like that bright light in the room, in a dim room, like a ray of hope in a dim setting. You are also, I'm seeing actually what people around you also feel, strangers, from your vibes, that you're a very kind natured person. In general, you're very driven, ambitious, but also very kind. You're very responsible. First of all, I'm seeing you've grown up with a lot of responsibility. You've carried a lot of burden. So you're capable of carrying a lot of burden. Today, what you're doing is you're carrying a lot of burden of people beneath you. You probably support a lot of people. Also, there are a lot of people, like you are the boss and a lot of people are working beneath you. That kind of a scenario, like a high position at work, or maybe the CEO of a company, a team lead, that kind of a position for a lot of you. Maybe you are your own boss, people working for you, and you guys trying to help and support others, being very responsible and diligent about taking care of others is something I can see. You're also seen as somebody who is very desirable, extremely desirable. Leo and Aries, and Leo can be very significant for you guys. Yeah, Aries again, strength. People also see you as somebody who is very determined, driven, and very desirable. And people also see you as very persistent, very very strong, persistent, who doesn't give up easily, somebody who has endured a lot and can endure a lot. Like, strangers literally respect you for that. They feel that you've turned the wheels of fate into wheels of fortune with your own hard work. With your own hard work and determination, you guys have changed. You've turned the wheels of fate into wheels of fortune. Also, people think that you are a very good family person. The way in which you treat people, your friends and family, you would make a very good parent if you are not already. If you are a parent already, they think, strangers think that you are the perfect parent. Probably people, if you are a parent, people probably come to you for parenting related tips as well. Okay, people also see you as a healer. Yeah, you know what? You have 22 is an angel number, master number as well. So you know what? What this tells me is you are an individual who is a healer at their core. You are an individual who, your presence is very healing. You have a very healing presence about you. That is something that I can see right off the bat, that you have a very healing presence, very calming, cathartic effect on a lot of people. Voices, yes. You could be somebody who doesn't speak much, or maybe somebody who actually speaks a lot and you speak very well. And also, maybe you speak different languages with Ilan, and you are very knowledgeable, not superficial, very deep, and excuse me, very knowledgeable. That's what strangers feel. Also, divination, take a breath, take it twice. Insightful reflections are guided by light. You are somebody, people feel like you are an individual who is divinely guided and divinely blessed in their lives. You are somebody who is, you are here for a purpose, and you are almost serving that purpose. That's what the strangers feel and think about you, that this person is here on a purpose to heal others, and they are doing just that by their mere presence. Your presence is very healing. Humpback well, music is essential to your healing and well-being, whether singing, playing instrument, or listening. For a lot of you, you could be like a musician, or some kind of creative artistic endeavor could be a thing, or a lot of you could be actually a professional artist, I'm hearing, and people really respect that talent about you, that the way in which you play certain instruments, or maybe sing or dance, or maybe even a reiki healer or some kind of a healer. Your presence is very healing. Also, maybe through your artistic through your artistic talents, you try to heal others. Maybe music therapy. I'm just giving certain options. Your creative aspect is also appreciated by the strangers around you. Okay. Spider, trust this creative spark you are feeling and express it through writing stories that inspire and enlighten. Wow. Wow. Like, a lot of you could also be authors or content writers, some kind of writers or poets, and people really appreciate your creative side as well. Strangers especially, they really appreciate how creative you are. Cheetah, get clear on your intentions, stay focused, move quickly to achieve your goals. You are clearly like a cheetah. Strangers see you like this focused person, somebody who knows exactly what they want out of their life. Their intention is very, very clear. They are very clear about their intention, very focused, and they are moving quickly and fiercely to achieve those goals. Blue Heron, make a stand for what you believe in and do what feels right in spite of any judgment or disapproval from others. Sorry. Okay. Make a stand for what you believe in. Literally, you are like this blue heron who, in a very dignified manner, you put forth your truth, what you feel, whether your opinion is accepted by others or not, whether you meet with a judgment or a disapproval from others or not, it doesn't matter. People see this courage in you, this boldness about you to speak your truth, to speak your mind, is an ability which is not present in everybody. Grouse, express yourself through rhythm and movement by drumming and dancing. You are an individual who has literally, a lot of you could be great dancers. You know what I'm seeing? Your drumming and dancing also says like you have such high vibrations about you that itself is very uplifting. Your presence is so uplifting because of your vibrations. Your vibrations, you tend to vibrate at a very high level, at a very high energy. You guys usually tend to vibrate at. Let yourself stand out and be noticed like a peacock. Literally, you are like a peacock. This is the rightmost representation of you. My pile number 2, that you know what, strangers literally feel like wherever you go, people might like you, people might dislike you, but they cannot ignore you. That is a given. Like, people just cannot ignore you. Awakening. You are an individual who is really awakened, who is somebody who is totally awakened. Like, you are almost like that enlightened brain, somebody who has had a lot of vibrationally very high frequency, like vibrating at a very high frequency. They are deeply replenishing. Your presence, people feel that this person, just by merely being present here, they can heal a lot of people of their illness and stuff. That is how people perceive you. That is how strangers perceive you. Wow, my pile too, you are like that. That light, that source of light in this whole sea of hopelessness. Eagles see from the higher perspective. Yeah, you know strangers actually see a lot of leadership qualities about you. You have a lot of leadership qualities. Somebody who is not stuck up on this petty details. Devil is in the details, but at times we tend to get stuck in the small details, nitty gritty of life, and you tend to forget to look at the bigger picture. And you are one of those people who looks at it from a bigger picture, from a higher perspective. You know what, strangers also think that you are, I'm seeing, like, you're basking in joy and glory. You are like, you're celebrating life. Strangers literally, people think that, wow, this person is always celebrating life. This person is always like, not just that you are always raring to go, just you're always in the celebration mode. Like, life is to be celebrated. As far as you are concerned, life is something that is to be celebrated. Fire guardian, ignite your passion. Like, seriously, anybody, not just strangers, those who know you better, they will also attest to it, that you are extremely passionate about the work that you do. You're extremely passionate about your work. You're extremely passionate about your job. You're extremely passionate about life, about your hobbies. Even the way in which you treat your family makes you feel like you make them feel really, really special, and that is something that makes you stand out as well. Move in a new direction. You are a person traveler. I'm seeing, first of all, a lot of you have literally moved your life to a completely new direction. You have moved your life to a completely new way, down a new path. That is one thing. Secondly, a lot of you could be like avid travelers, or your work makes you travel very frequently. Secondly, you tend to travel frequently, or a lot of you could be travel bloggers or travel vloggers. Dream journey. You are a person who is actually on a dream journey. You are a person like anybody outside, just not the outsiders, those who know you also, they feel that the journey, the career, the life, everything that you have had is like a dream. Not just for them, even like they literally tell you, for a lot of you, probably people around you, they tell you that you are living our dream. You are living the life that we all dream of, and you are living it. That is something. Yes, you're forthright, confident, you're passionate, and you're living a dream life now. Trust your instincts. Also, what strangers feel about you, think about you is you have your instincts which are very strong, which shows like, you know what, you have transformed yourself from this fawn, from this little fawn to this wise owl. Like once you used to be way less confident, somebody who had no confidence, no belief in their own self, to somebody who is confident, wise, determined, that kind of a person. You are somebody who trusts their instincts, who trust that, mm, you know, your instincts are to be trusted is something that I believe in. First. Secondly, you are somebody, your intuition is also to be trusted. A fiery climax approaches, Aries full moon. You know what? You are a person, Aries can be significant for a lot of you. You are a person, a fiery climax typically shows that people see you as a fiery, feisty person. Also, they see that, they feel, think rather, that you know you are about to get a big break in life. The kind of a person that you are, you deserve much more than what you're getting. You're already getting probably way more than most of the people around you. Don't get me wrong, but they see you as a complete success material. Like this person deserves a lot more than what they are getting. Literally, I'm seeing, you know, you are somebody who tend to also put in a lot of effort, a lot of hard work into what they are doing. In your work, in your stuff, you tend to put in a lot of hard work, which people actually notice and appreciate about you. Not everybody would externally validate and appreciate you, but that doesn't matter, you see. I hope you understand that all that matters today is how you perceive yourself. Show the world the real you. You are like Aquarius, can be significant for a lot of you. You know, literally, people, the world, the strangers also shows the external world. They see you as an achiever, a young achiever maybe for a lot of you, but as an achiever, a winner, a warrior who fought their battles, who fought their personal battles and won in life. Somebody who has given, who has a lot of credibility to go in, going in for them. They are also very determined, dedicated, devoted kind of an individual. Be bold and make the first move. You are somebody who is very, very bold. You are somebody who is very determined, courageous, dedicated, very bold, very, you know, you are an individual who is like, you know, you have taken a lot of risks. I'm seeing you in the face of severe impediments, you never gave up. Instead, also I'm seeing you are not a risk averse person in general. Maybe you're very wise, you think before you jump, but that doesn't make you like, I don't take any risk. Instead, like, you have probably taken a lot of risky, bolder business decision also. In case of love, if you like somebody, you have been the probably the first person to cross the line and approach them in a nice way, in a civilized manner, but you have been the first person to do that. And don't let pride get into the way. For a lot of you, Leo can be significant, absolutely. And what, like, strangers think about you is this person, in spite of having so much going in their favor, they haven't let that get into their head. They haven't let that determine how their life will turn out to be. In that, I mean that you are somebody who has not let your confidence ruin, not confidence, overconfidence and pride. You know what, confidence is one thing, but pride and overconfidence are completely different things, and they can completely make or break a person. And that is exactly what people feel about you, that this person, in spite of being this, like, in spite of achieving so much, they haven't become like less confident in their lives. Walk through your fears. Scorpio new moon, you are, a lot of you could be a Scorpio A. Walk through your fears. You are an individual who is like, walking through your fears like you have literally faced your fears head on. You are such a courageous person that we all tend to have some self-limiting beliefs, but you are one of those people who is always willing to face their fears, who is always willing to face those things which you are scared of the most. And you probably have faced those in life. Like, I'm saying, you're somebody who has faced so many impediments, but in spite of facing so many impediments, you never gave up. You actually carried on, and that is something that is giving you so much of success today. Surround yourself with love. You are an individual who has managed to surround themselves with love. you know People see you, strangers see you as a very private person, somebody who has got like 2 3 friends at max, whom you spend most time with. Most people know about you, but they do not know you, the person, much. You probably would spend more time with your cat or dog, or with your plants and reading books, instead of just going out socializing. For a lot of you, maybe some of you are, maybe you have a very strong social life. At the same time, yeah, you mingle with others, but people, you're not like unsocial, but people know very little about you in general. Like, very few of them are very close to you, they just know about you. For a lot of you, that can also be the case. Like, yeah, you are a social butterfly, but very few people get to go beyond a certain limit. And strangers find it pretty intriguing. They find you pretty intriguing as well. Your potential is endless. Strangers literally feel that you have got endless potential pile too. Literally, you are somebody who is extremely capable. That's how you're being seen, that's how you're being gauged by strangers. You can always rewrite the story. You are somebody who has literally very successfully rewritten your life story. You have been literally the author of your own life. You have, like, life, whenever life smacked you in the face, you maybe fell down, but then got right back on your feet and started to fight. And this, like, strangers literally see you as a fighter, as a warrior, as I said. All right, so now time for the guided messages, pile 2. Being happy never goes out of fashion, so live every moment to its fullest. All right, that is your mantra, and that is what people around you think about you, that you are somebody who lives every moment to the fullest. Your kindness and compassion makes you stand out. Absolutely, that's what people think, that you're very kind, compassionate. Self-worth and self-respect. Wow, you actually identify with all of this. Yes, self-worth. You are somebody who believes in self-respect, self-worth a lot more. Building every cornerstone of my life with my own deeds. You are a very hardworking person, and this is how strangers see you. I wish I could be like you. Yeah, you are an individual whom a lot of people would like to be like. Like, they want to be like you and with you as well. Be there for others, but never leave your own self behind. This is your mantra. This is what you believe in. That, you know what, being there for others is all right, but you need to be there for yourself first. I love the maturity and sincerity that you bring on table. Yes, strangers see you as a very sincere and mature individual. All right. Okay, the first one standing out is a star. You tend to attract a lot of attention wherever you go. You are being recognized. You are being seen as somebody who is a free soul, social butterfly, or transformation. Both, I'm seeing. Gemini can be significant. Music plays a significant role in your life. Music, anything creative, you hold the key to your own life. You are being seen as a successful person. You are literally living the dream life for a lot of people. You are on a dream journey. Wow, I love this kind of coincidences. You're seen as somebody who's stable. You're also seen as somebody who has a vision. Or also, you are so, we tend to click pictures with those people who are celebrities. Like, you are a celebrated person. You have a lot of masculine qualities about you, even if you identify as a female, which most of my viewers are. You can have a lot of masculine qualities about you as well. All right, Pile 2, I hope you with some clarity over your situation. If yes, please, please, please hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Guys, your support means so much to me. Thank you. Namaste.